welcome to channel Knowledge Hub. Friends, subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon for the latest update. Today we're gonna start with your quantitative aptitude class, and that is your class is your 195 class of the session. Here we're gonna start with arithmetical ability, that is your time and distance as well, that we have to discuss here. Where in the last class here, that is your in arithmetical ability, we had done mostly your say 16 topic that we had done in the last classes. Today we're gonna start with the 95th class, and that is your 17th topic we have to continue. Hopefully, if it has not been exceeded, we'll be ending it soon here until now. Now today we had done your 92th question in the last classes, so today we'll start with 93rd question of the session, and that the question we have. Before starting with this, it's a huge request to all the viewers to please go ahead with like, share and subscribe, so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. Let's get started. And that the question 93 is: a man takes 5 hours 45 minutes in walking to a certain place and riding back. He would have gained 2 hours by riding both ways. The time he would take to walk both ways is, the options were 3 hours 45 minutes, 7 hours 30 minutes, 7 hours 45 minutes, and 11 hours 45 minutes. So let's go for the same. A man takes 5 hours 45 minutes in walking to a certain place and riding back he would have gained 2 hours. By riding both ways. The time he would take to walk both ways is, options were 3 hours 45 minutes, 7 hours 30 minutes, 7 hours 45 minutes, and 11 hours 45 minutes. So let's go for the same. So here we go for the same, and let the distance be x kilometer. Then time taken to walk x kilometer, plus time taken to ride x kilometer, equals to 23 by 4 hours. Time taken to walk 2x kilometer, plus time taken to ride 2x kilometer, (23 by 2 hours). But time taken to ride 2x kilometer 15 by 4 hours. Time taken to walk to X kilometer. (23 by 2 minus 15 by 4 hours, which is equals to 31 by 4 hours. 7 hours 45 minutes. That will be the right answer for this particular question. So here we move ahead with 94th question of the session. That we will discuss about the data sufficiency type question that we had done in the last classes as well. So here we go, but before that, first of all, I will just tell you about the detail how you have to solve the data sufficiency type question as well. That is your, in the same way we talk about it, so let's go for it. And that is your, each of the questions below consist of a statement and or a question and two statement number 1 and 2 given below it. You have to decide whether the data provided in the statement is or are sufficient to answer the question. You have to read the following statements, and that is for you have to give your answer 1. First of all, I will just write it down about the, which we'll discuss about data sufficiency type question. So in the same way, you'll choose A, the option A if you choose, when if the data in statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. So we will choose A if the data in statement 1 alone are sufficient to answer the question, while the data in statement 2 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. Now I will choose B if the data in the statement second are alone to answer the question, while the data in the statement 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. While the data in statement 1 alone are not sufficient to answer the question. The third one is if the data, you will choose C. If the data either in statement 1 or either in statement 2 alone are alone are sufficient to answer the question. So for the same, let's go for it. We will choose C. If the data either in statement 1 or in statement 2 alone are sufficient to answer the question. We choose D. If the data even in both statement 1 and 2 together are sufficient to answer the question. If the data are even in both statements both statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Now we have another option, that is a E. So the E option will be when you have to choose one on one, that is if the data in the both statement 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. Data in both statement 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. So let's get started with the question first, and that is the data sufficiency type question. So here we go. The question first for this data sufficiency type question, 94th question for the series. So let's go for the series. The question we have: how much time did X take to reach the destination? The statement 1 is the ratio between the speed of X and Y is 3:4, and Y takes 36 minutes to reach the same destination. So here we go for the same. Let's find it out. So here we go. How much time did X take to reach the destination? So the statement 1 is the ratio between the speed of X and Y is 3:4. The second statement is Y takes 36 minutes to reach the same destination. So let's figure it out, and that is the 94th question of the session. Here we go. So let's get started with the 94th question here. So here we go. Ninety-fourth question. If for the first statement, what it states that if y takes 4 minutes, then x takes 3 minutes. Okay. According to the second statement, what it states that if y takes 36 minutes, then x takes 3 by 4 into 36. It will be 27 minutes. So there's 1 and 2 together give the answer. And the correct answer for the same, it will be is your E. You will choose option E. That is, if the data in the both statement 1 and 2 together are necessary to answer the question. We'll go for 95th question of the session. And the 95th question we have as follows. The question is, what is the usual speed of the train? The statement 1, the speed of the train is increased by 25 km per hour to reach the destination. We're 150 km away in time. And second is the train is late by 30 minutes, which has been asked in the MBA examination paper, so that it has been important, of course. So let's go for the same here. Here we go. What is the usual speed of the train? This has been asked in MBA examination paper. So the statement is 1. The speed of the train is increased by 25 km per hour to reach the destination 150 km. Away in time. The second statement states that the train is late by 30 minutes. The train is late by 30 minutes. Okay, so let's go for the same. We'll be finding it out as well. So let the usual speed of the train be x km per hour. Let the usual speed of the train be x km per hour Time taken to cover 150 km. At usual speed, 150 by X hours. So the first one, time taken at increased speed, equals to 150 upon X plus 25 hours. For the statement 2, and 50 by X minus 150, X minus 25, X plus 25 equals to 30 by 60. 1 upon X minus 1 upon X plus 25 equals to 1 upon 300. X plus 25 minus X into 300 equals to X plus 25. So X square plus 25X minus 7500 equals to 0. X plus 100, X minus 75 equals to 0. X equals to 75. Thus 1 and 2 together give the answer. Correct answer for this, it will be E. So we will choose E option here. Ninety-sixth question of the session here. So we'll go for the same. That is your 96th question. The question is, two towns are connected by a railway. Can you find the distance between them? The statement 1 said the speed of the mail train is your 12 km per hour, more than that of an express train. And second statement states that a mail train takes 40 minutes less than an express train to cover the distance. This has been asked in an MBA examination paper, so that is of course been important one here. Let's figure it out. Let's go for the same. Two towns so the two towns are connected by a railway. Can you find the distance between them? This has been asked in MBA examination paper. Statement 1 states that. So for the same we go for it, and the first statement, as I told you, I'll be going for the same. The speed of mail train is 12 km per hour, more than that of an express train. The another one will be having second statement. A mail train takes 40 minutes. Less than an express train. To cover the distance. So for that we'll go for it. So here we go. Let the distance between the two stations be x kilometer. So the statement 1. Let the speed of the express train be y kilometer per hour. Then speed of the mail train equals to y plus 12 kilometer per hour. Second one is x upon y minus x upon y plus 12 equals to 40 by 60. Thus, even 1 and 2 together do not give x. And so for that we will choose option D. Okay, and that is the option is if the data even in both statement 1 and 2 together are not sufficient to answer the question. Now we go for another one, and that what we'll discuss about it, which is the another important question is your 97th question of the session. So 97th question we have as follows, where the towns A, B and C that are on straight line. Towns C is between A and B, and the distance from A to B is 100 kilometers. How far is A from C? Statement 1 is that the distance from A to B is 25% more than the distance from C to B. This is statement 2 is the distance from A to C is 1/4 of the distance from C to B. This is also been important one, which has been asked in the MBA examination paper as well. So we go for the same. So let's find it out the solution here. And before starting with this particular question, you have to understood that each and every topic that we are dealing here is being playing a very important and a vital role as well. And so let's go for the same, but here we're gonna end up with only, and that we'll discuss the 97th question in the next coming class, which is being important one. Other than this quantitative aptitude, we are dealing with we had done your reasoning, which is a verbal reasoning and a non-verbal reasoning. In terms of it, we are dealing with the physics 1 and physics 2 part, and that is your in NCRT for class 11th and class 12th as well. We'll do in chemistry. We had done your part 1 and we had started with part 2 for chemistry for class 11th, and here we're gonna end up with this. Thank you. Hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up and give a suggestion on the comment box, and please like, share and subscribe so that many and maximum people can get the information at once, and you can also enjoy the video as well. And these all were the classes which has been the important one, so let's find it out. Thank you.